Hi, everyone. David here.
And Richard here as usual.
We've got two things to talk about, very focused. We want to talk about smart NFTs, everything that's happening, and we want to
Yep.
talk about a Node Runner incentive program we're putting together. But first,
Yep. Yes, I mean, people who've been following along with these updates will know we'd sort of said we're watching the network. We're looking for when we'll declare, essentially mainnet, when everything is running and it's not ever going to be reset. Things have been really smooth. The nodes are ticking over. ATR's going through its second iteration. We're starting to see blocks being pulled off the end of the chain. So that's really great. And I think maybe we'll get together. David and I'll be together next week for some meetings. Maybe we'll have a bit of an announcement then and a little bit of a celebration and call it. So looking forward to that.
We're looking at next week for the call. We'll see. But the exciting news this week is smart NFTs, which are totally unexpected because this is kind of us just playing around with stuff. We don't even know if the word smart NFT is the right. It just, after we started using this stuff, the other stuff, it comes across as lame. It's like a photo. Who cares about a photo? I want the NFT that makes my entire website matrix style with the
So I think maybe we should give people a little explanation of what they are, why we're so excited about them.
Okay. So traditional NFTs, it's an image. And the image isn't even off, it's just a hash. And it's like this hash is an image. In Saito, as you guys know, we can put data into transactions. And so the NFT is a transaction that has data in it. And as we've talked about before, we have fractionalized NFTs, which means you can create an NFT that can be divided into 21 million pieces and recombined. So you can recreate Bitcoin on Saito if you need. But here's the super cool thing. We've updated the site. It's on staging live right now. You can also provide things like CSS and JavaScript and JSON. And Saito will programmatically execute that stuff if you enable it. So someone can't just send you an NFT and like your wallet's like, oh, let's run this code. But
that would be dangerous.
But if you want to, you click on enabling it, and it does cool stuff. So you can do essentially, it's an insane amount of things. You can create a totally new theme and install it by sending someone the NFT and they enable it. You can technically write a mini app that will execute in the Saito context every time you load your browser. So it's essentially open possibilities because anything that a full-fledged app
updates, all sorts of things. Like app updates and code delivery as well. So app store type stuff. It's all in there.
So what we're doing is you'll see first things first. We could really use help testing this because we're trying to figure out. We started playing around with this in preparation for the store because the Saito store is one of these first-class funnels to the network. So we want there to be enough NFTs that are up at the start that anyone who visits is going to realize like, well, this is actually new and different, right? Like if I go to Pump Fun, it's just a bunch of crap. Whereas if I go here, it's useful. So we have NFTs that like they modify the game, so you can get a new image on the deck of a pack of cards in any game. We've got a demo on the wiki that shows you how to do this. We're going to have CSS reskinning NFTs. We're going to have like steampunk NFTs that will take existing games and like reskin the graphics so that you can lose settlers to Richard in dystopian steampunk mode.
Well, I think the thing we really want help with as well is like these are things that occurred to us when we got super excited and worked too late, like playing with the options and the ideas. There's so much more out there because to be discovered, and so what we really want is a couple of things: people to come and play with it and give us ideas and inspiration, or do stuff themselves that will be the first things we can put on the store. Right, because that stuff we want that's not simpler, but just really immediately obvious. This is cool. I want this. I can sell skins for Saito.
Right, like it doesn't need to be us selling it. It's just we want stuff there that people will look at.
We want you to be able to do that. And then the other side of it is come on and have a think about, so we can get this conversation rolling about what you could do programmatically. So when you see these little examples, like I'm really excited about the idea of like sending the NFT to yourself in transactions to prove you own it, and all the different things you could programmatically hang off that, where someone else's software would do something because you can verify I have the right whatever this is. That could be in a game. It could be like I have this ability, or a DeFi application. So we really want to get people thinking and exploring.
There's two use cases, abstract I have in mind as well. One is we can use the NFT as an access token. So if you have the NFT in your wallet, an archive node with content will open up its data to you, and it will say, look, come here and I'll give you the data, you can use it. So like Substack style blog posts or something, or like a Netflix access card. And we can even code them so that like the time, like this one's good for 6 months. The second insane one, I want us to do something like this. But again, it's like we could really use help figuring out exactly how to do this, because there's a lot of ideas, but which ones? We want the one that really makes sense. JJ had an idea of like a coupon, where the dentist gives you a coupon, you give it to your friend, and when your friend goes to the dentist, you get a cut. It's like turning marketing into a kind of a referral MLM program, which is really interesting. The problem is, of course, then Saito needs to become something that everyone is using to pass the coupon around. So like maybe that's not the best first stab, but we could do things like this, right? Like we can have NFT, and the programmatic function of the NFT is that it tracks the people that it's been sent through inside the NFT. And like you can check that the NFT is valid because it's got a valid routing sig. I really like this because routing sigs, we do them. It's a Saito thing. No one else in the crypto space is even paying attention. So, if you're helping us think through these ideas, what kind of crazy creative examples can we come up with? Maybe it's incentives. It's an incentive mechanism, like, you set up a poker table and then we'll get, everyone who signs up a little bit of Saito to gamble with or something. We would love if you could help us think about these examples. To get started, go to the wiki. We've got a section that says Smart NFTs. It's got a couple of example contracts. I'm kind of going on, but one of the reasons that this matters is 2017. The turning point for Ethereum in terms of people being able to understand it is when they changed the front page of their website. And it went from talking about smart contracts, which no one had any clue about, to here's the code, download our client, put this code in this box, and you've got a token. That's what kicked off 2017's alt season. So we're looking for a couple of examples that will do the same for Saito NFTs, where like we're going to give people the code and say, change this line, put this into the create NFT JavaScript box, and you can do this. And ideally, if it's like such a cool thing, it will not only be something that people can sell, which motivates them to do it, but it will provide massive word of mouth, which will help us with the marketing that we have to do of changing people's perceptions in the space. So
absolutely. Quick summary, get onto staging.saito.io, head over to the token force that gets some tokens, and go to the store and just play with everything you want. And instructions on all of that are on the wiki section on NFTs. Right on the front page.
We've got code details. You can tell ChatGPT, I want to reskin the code this way. Look at the CSS and figure out how to do this. See what you can come up with. Let us know creative ideas, because if you can't code them, but it's brilliant, we'll code them. That said, more on this. We're looking for the ideas to get the store out, because we want the store to have stuff to sell. Let's move on to Node Runner's incentive program. Richard?
Cool. So, anyone who's been following along will know that one of the things that we've kind of implemented in the last year was block staking to provide security at low transaction fee value. That's in place. An impact of that is that you need a little bit of Saito to make blocks that will be included in the network. You get it back, but you need to stake it.
I noticed myself. I visited second Red Square and I made a post and I excitedly went back to our Red Square and it didn't show up and I'm like, oh, that's right. Okay, we need to get cash.
It will. It has to go via the transactions being shared across and put into a block by someone with the cash. So we've now got people running nodes and they've started to ask about this. If you remember, we also mentioned we have a token fund for assisting with this. So we've been starting to think about the best way to distribute that to node runners in a way that's it's escrowed or it's safer. It's not just obviously just bleeding tokens, but it's making it much more achievable for anyone to spin up a node.
So, Richard, you're working on this this admin module, which is simplifying setup. So that's kind of where our focus is right now. So this is more signaling that it's something we're looking at taking care of in the next month. We've got two basic ideas. The first idea is something just like a token matching system, which like if someone's running a server and they buy X amount of tokens, well, if they're running a server, it's legit. We'll top them up with a matching amount. And the idea is just making sure it's cheaper for people who are actually running the infrastructure to do it. Another idea is something like an escrow program where like we'll give you tokens, escrow a certain amount of crypto or whatever, and then you can get it back anytime. So those are our two ideas. We're open to more, but yeah, we're going to figure it out because we're seeing people set up servers and we want you to have the tokens to be producing blocks. And we're aware that this is something that we should be taking care of as a community. So.
Yeah, I think so, and it's great to have those people there. So obviously, I'll be going back to the node runners themselves, and we'll be chatting as a group about the best way to admin this and make it easy to take advantage of.
Yeah. So I guess three things. We're looking at a mainnet declaration next week if things continue to be as smooth as butter. Smart NFTs, they're on staging. We can create them. If you're interested in this, help us play around and figure out what are the coolest things that we can do that are going to be viral marketing like. We'll help.
Even if you just want pink unicorns in your Saito theme, that's enough reason to go.
I asked ChatGPT, I was like, can you give me Vitalik's quantum unicorn theme? It did okay, actually. But
there you go. Even ChatGPT can write Saito NFT code. That's smart
it's great because the code is contained enough, actually, that you can go to ChatGPT and you can get 95% of the way there.
That's really cool.
And then the final thing is the Node Runners Incentive Program. If you're running a server, it's going to continue to get easier. We're expecting to be on this for the next week or so. And hopefully in about a month, we'll be able to talk about how if you're running a node, we can actually make sure that you've got tokens to produce blocks too.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, I think that's good for today. Let's wrap that up and we'll get this out there to the community.
Okay. Thank you for listening, guys.
Thanks, everyone.